the Adeptus Mechanicus excavations had come to a grinding, sudden halt. Ancient Xenos ruins had been uncovered deep beneath the earth by their drill teams extracting precious minerals for the Crusades of the Imperium, and as they began to excavate the ruins further, black ships of the Ordo Xenos soon came into orbit. Deeper still though, beneath the excavations, ancient warriors, millennia old, stirred for the first time since before the first ancestors of humanity had crawled from the primordial soup on Terra. Anger boiled in their iron hearts and minds. These interlopers had defiled what was theirs, and they would be punished. Teleporting out of their tombs into immediate combat with the intruders, battle was joined in the grim dark universe of Warhammer 40,000. Our mission today is from the White Dwarf Bunker, issue August 2023. We've got the shield generator special rule in this mission, which means we both get to pick an objective on the table to have a 5-up invulnerable save for our units around, and the sweep and clear rule while we're playing a smaller sized game means we do have sticky objectives in play. Mission objective wise, the first of these is from the second battle round onwards. We'll score 5 VP for each of the following conditions, and this is control 1 or more objective markers, control 2, and have our warlord within range of our own shield generator. We also have Heart of the Defense, where at the end of each player's turn, the player scores 10 VP if they control their opponent's shield generator objective. For characters, I then have my Cybernetica Datasmith, the Enhancement, the Transoracular, Dyed Wafers, a Skitarii Marshal, and a Tech Priest Dominus with Macro Stubber, and Eradication Array, and the Enhancement Sanctified Ordnance. For Battleline, I have a Skitarii Ranger unit with 10 models in it, a Ranger Alpha with Combat Weapon and Mechanicus Pistol, and then an Arc Rifle, Omnispecs, Plasma Caliber, and Transuranic Arborquest in there as well. The Skitarii Vanguard are similarly equipped as well, though they have obviously going to have a Vanguard Alpha rather than Ranger Alpha. For other infantry, I then have a unit of Cataphrone Breaches with 3 models in it, Heavy Arc Rifles and Hydraulic Claws equipped, 2 units of Cataphrone Destroyers as well, both with 3 models in the unit, 1 unit equipped with Cataphrone Plasma Culverins and Phosphor Blasters, and the other with Heavy Grav Cannons and Phosphor Blasters as well. For vehicles, I then have a unit of 2 Castellan Robots with twin Castellan Fists and an Incendiary Combustor on their shoulder. And lastly, for an allied unit, I have Inquisitor Draxus as well. Maka has brought along his Necrons for today's game, and he's going for the Hypercrypt Legion. This gives him the Hyperphasing ability, which at the end of the opponent's turn he can select a number of Necron units based on the battle size, and he can then put these units back into Strategic Reserve. For characters, he has a Hexmarks Destroyer and an Overlord with a Translocation Shroud. Battleline, it's 2 units of Necron Warriors, 1 of them equipped with Gauss Slayers and 1 equipped with Gauss Reapers. Both units have 10 models in them. For other infantry, there's then a 5 model unit of Lichguard with Hyperphase Swords and Dispersion Shields, an Ophidian Destroyers unit with 3 models in it, and a Scorpec Destroyers unit with 3 models in it. And lastly, his force is rounded out by a monolith equipped with Death Rays. Alrighty, so we are all deployed down on the table for the Adeptus Mechanicus. I've got my Cataphrons with the Arc Rifles down here, Cataphrons with the Tech Priest Dominus with Plasma. We then have the Skitarii Rangers led by the Skitarii Marshal. We've got the Skitarii Vanguard with Kyria Draxus, more Cataphrons over here with Grav, and the Castellan Robots as well with the Cybernetica Datasmith. Over the other side, you've got some of your Scorpec Destroyers. You've then got a bunch of Necron Warriors with Gauss Reapers. Or Flayers. Flayers. That's the Flayer unit. And then we've got the Gauss Reapers over here next to the giant monolith. You've then also got your Lichguard and Necron Lord there as well. While in reserve, you have a Hexmark Destroyer and the Ophidian Destroyers as well. Today's video is sponsored by Gap Games, a fantastic miniature wargaming store in Queensland, Australia. They stock a wide variety of miniature wargames from all things Games Workshop to some of my personal favourites, Conquest, The Last Argument of Kings, and all things Modifius wargames as well. Use our affiliate code in the link below to help support both this fantastic store and the channel as well. Alrighty, so we're going to go for first turn roll-off. I've got a 6, so it is going to be the Admech taking the first round. Just something else we should note is the objectives we picked as our shield generators. The Admech have picked down here as normal, and the Necrons have picked that one over there. Alrighty, so we are going to start. We're going to start with our Doctrina Imperatives. I'm going to go the Conqueror Imperative. It's going to give us mostly assault, and if we're within 6 inches of a battle line, give our weapons AP +1 as well. We've then also got to pick the Halo Screed Override unit, and we're going to pick the unit of Cataphrons back here with Plasma. They're going to gain the Stealth special rule for the round. So, with that said, we'll go into... the other thing, we've got to set our Castellan robots. We'll set to get them the one that will get some offense out of them. We're actually going to go the Aegis protocol on the Castellan robots, giving them +1 toughness. And so, movement-wise, we have moved the Adeptus Mechanicus up. Most of our units did choose to advance, because there's no reason not to when everything becomes an assault weapon. You can see the Cataphrons moving up here. We've got the unit of Scutari moving, making sure it stays in range of all the Cataphrons. Kyria and the Vanguard move up. And we did the Castellans and Cataphron on that flank as well. So let's go into Admech shooting. Right, so starting off shooting, we're going to have the Cataphrons with the arc rifles going into the monolith. You straight away spent a CP to give it a 4-up invuln for the round, for the phase. Alright, so to begin with, we are going to be forced to hit with our arc rifles going into the monolith. That is all of them. And then anti-vehicle 4+ means we wound on 4s. That roll again would be great. 4. And so to your invuln of 4-up, can you roll 4s like me? No, that is going to be 9 damage.
Sweet, let's start with 20.
This unit of Cataphrons here is then going to go into the Necron Warrior unit. So we are going to need 4s to hit. Oh, that's not particularly great. And because we have overcharged the weapons, does mean 2s to wound with strength 8. That is 4 at -4. And 4 of them are just obliterated by the plasma. However, I do have some gets hot rules. And so I can re-roll the 2 1s, luckily. Fine. Alright, so the Scutari ranges here. So we're actually going to shoot the arc rifle at the monolith. It's the only gun out of range of the Necron warriors. So it's going to shoot the monolith with its 1 shot. So we'll start with the arc rifle shooting the monolith. So we are going to need a 4 to hit. It hits. Anti-vehicle 4+, gets through. So 4-up invuln, saved. Alright, so into the Necron warriors, we have the Transuranic Arborquest on a 4. Misses. We'll supercharge our plasma into the Necron warriors. Hitting on a 4, hits. Wounding on a 2 then, wounds. And so that just blamos the Necron warrior. Hazardous check for the plasma. Fine. Alright, so then all of the galvanic rifles, we are going to be 4s, re-rolling to hit. Because of the Scutari Marshal. And 4s to wound will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With -1 AP. So 5-up saves. 4 pass through them, 2 more go down. And have a look, I guess, at him. So the eradication array from the Tech Priest Dominus just going to go into the monolith. It's got nothing else to shoot at. Might as well take the shots. 2 shots. Hitting on 3s. 1 hit. And I need a 6 to wound, however, strength 6. Nope. Totally forgot, we've got the Phosphor Blasters here as well with their extra range. So we're going to have the 2 go into the Necron, 1 go into the Necron Warriors that can, and the 2 others into the Monolith. You know what, actually we'll put them all in the Necron Warriors. We won't split attacks, we'll just do the 3 into the Warriors. So 4s and nothing. That's what I get for forgetting the weapons. So with that, that is going to be the end of the Admech turn, because I've definitely got no assaults to do. So it'll be over to Necrons for the round. So first of all, you have a battleship test on the Necron Warriors. They pass with flying colours. So reanimation will go your monolith to begin with, D3 wins back. Yep. For 1. And then the Warriors get D3, but they can choose to re-roll this. Why would you though? Alrighty, so movement-wise for the Necrons, your monolith, it comes up into the center on your objective. Your Scorpic Destroyers move up. Your Necron Warriors, they were taken off the table at the end of my turn, but then you've just redeployed them back up in front through the monolith. And then you've got your Lich Guard Warlord and your other Necron Warriors there. So after you finish your movement, because you end within 9 inch of my unit here, I am going to do Analytic Divination for a command point, allowing me a move of D6. And that'll be 4 inches. Alrighty, so we end up back there. So it is over to Necron shooting. Alrighty, so shooting wise, what are we going to begin with? Got to start with the monolith?
Go the monolith, yeah.
Go the monolith. So your particle whip is going to go down into the Cataphrons, while the death rays will go into the Castellan robots. Yeah. Alright, so you're going to start with your death rays. These are going to hit on 3s, but you've got sustained hits D3 on 6s. So no sustained hits, but 3 hits. And so we have a 5-up Invon, of which we pass 1. 1 Castellan robot down, so then we'll have Deadly Demise. Oh, we do, 1. And then I'll put a wound on the Cataphrons. So you then got your particle whip into the Cataphrons. So 3d6 shots. Average, 11. And so hitting on 3s. And strength.
8.
Strength 8 into T6, so these will be 3s as well.
Dev wounds on 6s.
Dev wounds on 6s, cool. 1 dev wound. And there are 3 fails in there. And so -1 means I'll go to a 4-up save. Fail 2. So kills 1, 2 wounds carry over. And so then you've got 4 Necron Warriors from here. Can see my Skitarii Vanguard. So they're going to need 4s to hit.
3.
4.
6 is a lethal.
Yep, so 1 lethal in there, and then 3s to win, because strength 4. No. And so 1 4-up save. Saved. And so that is all the shooting for Necrons. So we're going to go into any charges. You do still have a 12 bomb available if you wish. Yeah, you're going to have a try at it. Might as well. Oh, so close, but no cigar on them. So it'll be over to Admech for their turn. Alright, so Admech turn. We are going to go for the Halo Screed Override. So I'm going to give assault weapons to my army again. The Castellan robot will then get +2 attacks in combat. So we're going to go for the assault imperative. And so then these guys will be our Halo Screed unit, and we'll give them stealth. So we will go into Admech movement. And so for movement for the Admech, we had most of our force just move up. However, as these guys come into range, the monolith is going to choose to overwatch them. Alright, so 4 death rays needing 6s. Oh, got 1.
And that's D3.
And D3 sustained for 1, 2. And
Strength 12.
2s to wound. 1. So it'll be a 6-up Invon. Or no. And D6 +1 damage. 7. And that will just kill one of them. And then the particle whip, 3d6 shots for 13. And 6s. 1. And they're only damage 2, aren't they?
Yep.
Yep.
So strength 8.
3s. No. I'm then going to spend a CP on the unit for Eradication Protocols. It's going to give me reroll hit rolls of 1. However, because I'm also the Halo Screed unit, it'll be reroll wound rolls of 1 as well. So we are forced to hit, rerolling 1s. Nope. And then anti-vehicle 4+. Reroll those 2 1s. Come on, that's better. 3. And so 5-up Invons. Thanks to your shield generator. Oh, 3 damage. We'll then go the 2 Grav Cataphrons into the monolith as well. We are needing 4s to hit. And then anti-vehicle 2+. So all 4. AP -2 on these.
So 2 goes to trigger.
Yep, and so the 4-up armor then. That is 4 more damage. Alright, so we're going to go with this unit here of Skitarii. So, Kyria Draxus, first of all, she's going to put a psychic power into the monolith. Dirge Singer will be going into the warriors. The 3 special weapons will go into the monolith, while the rest of the Skitarii will go into the destroyers. Alright, so we'll start with the attacks into the Necron warriors with Dirge Singer. 4 attacks. We'll be hitting on 3s. We'll be hitting on 2s actually, because you're targeting a Xenos unit. Oh, 2 hits. So 2s to wounds, because anti-infantry, but 2. No negatives there, so 2. These are damage to a pop.
So it's in cover.
3 up saves, kills 1. And so we're going to do her Psychic Power now, Psychic Tempest against the Monolith. Needing 2s to hit. 1 miss, but that is an additional 2 hits in there, thanks to Sustained. However, it does need 6s to wound. Gets 1, no AP for her.
So 2 up.
2 up. Saved. Alright, so we have the Transuranic Arborquest into the Monolith, hitting on a 3, sorry. Strength 7 into Toughness 13 is a 5 to wound. Nope. Plasma Weapon then, hitting on 3s, both hits. Strength 8 means 5s to wounds, or 1. And so 5 up invuln. Nope, that'll be 2 more damage. However, I'll do the Gets Hot check now for it. It's fine. And then the Arc Rifle with 2 shots, hitting on 3s once. And Anti-Vehicle 4+ with Devastating Wounds, no. Then the Mechanicus Pistol with 1 shot, hitting on 3, misses. And so then the Radium Carbines, we are going to be 3s to hit, because the +1 from Kyria. Alrighty, so then to wound, it is Strength 3 versus Toughness higher. However, Anti-Infantry gives me the 4+. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So just AP1 and ignoring cover. So
you go to 3
4 up saves. Saved. Alright, so then the Castellan is actually going to put its Flamer into the Warriors, and the pistol has to go into the Scorpex. So D6 shots for the Flamer into the Warriors. 6. 3s to wounds. That's 5. AP -2 because it is affected by my ability. So 6s.
Nothing.
No, 5. And that's it.
That's them.
So the Mechanicus Pistol hitting on a 3 into the Scorpex. We are then Strength 6 with Devastating. 4 Devastating Wounds. So 1 Devastating Wound on them.
Sweet. One's down to 2.
Alright, so these Skitarii are then going to go into the Monolith. Let's see if we can get lucky. So we're going to start with the Arc Rifle with his single shots, hitting on a 4 hits, and Anti-Vehicle 4+. No. Plasma Weapon from it as well into the Monolith. Can reroll my hits. 1 hit. Strength 8 means I will need a 5 to wound. Get it. And so 5 up invuln. No, 2 more damage. The Transuranic Arborquest hits. Needs a 5 to wound. Wounds. With precision. Can I shoot like the part of it that blows it up? That'll be -3, so 5 up.
Yep.
5. Oh, damn. Alrighty, so then the rest of them with the Galvanic Rifles. Hitting on 4s, re-rolling. And so re-rolls. Oh, that's not bad. However, and then we need 6s to wound. Come on. 2. AP1.
3 ups.
3 ups. No. Alright, let's see if we can do it. We're going to put 2 plasma into the Monolith, and the one that can't see, plus the Tech Priest going into the Lich Guard. Alrighty, so the 2 plasma, we are going to need 4s to hit. We'll take that. And 5s to wound. 1. And so you're 5 up invuln. No, 2 more damage. And so the Monolith lives on a single wound. Alright. The other plasma into your Necrons over there. Hits on, misses everything. And the Tech Priest Dominus with his Eradication Array. 2 shots. 1 hit. And so I would normally be wounding on 3s. However, you've got your rule because you've got the leader in there, I assume.
Yep.
Makes me wound on 1 less. So 4s, nothing. Alright, we are going to attempt a charge here with these guys into the Monolith. We need an 11. Oh, And then the Castellan robot jumping around that crate will need a 7 to get in. Alright, so combat, we're going to have the Datasmith going first. He's 2 attacks with his Power Fist, 3s to hit, 1 hit, 3 to wound. Wounds? Actually, they both would have hit because I got the +1 to my weapon skill, so 3 to wound, no. So just the 1 save at -2.
So these are 5.
Saved. Alright, so the Castellan robot is going to be hitting on 3s. 1 miss. And 2s to wound. Re-rolling the 1 because twin links is 5. And so 5s, 3s, they kill on fails. 3 die. And that is the unit of them gone. And then we will just have a little consolidation towards the monolith. End of the round, I'm going to score 1, 2, and have my Warlord on my home objective. So I'll score the 15 at round 2 for the AdMech. Alrighty, so first of all, battle shock test on the monolith. That is a fail on the monolith. Alright, reanimation on the monolith, D3 back for 3. And so, other than that, it is into movement. It should have been said as well, the Lich Guard and Lord went off the table at the end of my turn. So we'll go into Necron's movement and come back after it's all done. And so, as you begin your movement, you do move your Necron warriors there. I'm going to declare Overwatch with the Castellan robot and his toe. So, D6 shots with the Flamer for 5. Oh, his Flamer is full of fuel today. We are going to be 3s to wound at strength 6. It's 4 at -2.
So that's 6s.
Yep. 3 go down. And then on a 6, the Mechanicus pistol will hit as well. It does. Wounds. -1 more 6-up save from the Mechanicus pistol as it actually wounded. Hey! Alright, so other movement wise, the monolith did stay where it was. You did bring back your Necron Lord from the board edge, 9 inch away from there. You've also brought on the Ophidian destroyers as well, and your Hexmark destroyer as well has come on there. Purposely 12 inch away, so he can't be shot, but he's within 18 of his guns. So, Necron shooting is going to begin. Alright, so the Necron warriors will begin your shooting, going into the Cataphrons there. 4s to hit.
6s are lethal.
6s be lethal. So T7 means 5s to wound. Another 1. And so 4-up saves. Fail 2. Alright, so the monolith is going to go Death Rays into the Castellan, and then you're going to go down in here with your Eradication. Sorry, the Whip, not the Eradication. Particle Whip. So Death Rays first into the Castellan, 4s.
And a
Sustained D3 gives you 2 shots, so you actually get an extra shot. And so T10, so needing 3s to wound. Oh, 1. You're going to command point reroll one of them. Reroll a 2, not the 1. Good. And so we are going to be 5-up invons. Pass 1.
9.
D6 plus 1 damage for 4. And that is that, so 4 damage. And the particle whips into the Cataphrons. 3d6 shots, 13. 4s to hit. And 3s to wound with the particle whip. Ooh, that's not good. And so 4-up saves on the Cataphrons. Ooh.
So 6.
Yeah, that'll kill me just. And so the Hexmark Destroyer is going to go into the infantry unit. So 6 shots hitting on 2s. All hit, strength, and wounding on 2s. That'll be 5. And so 6-up saves. Pass 1, 4 die. Alrighty, so with that is Necron shooting done. We're going to go charges. We've got a 9-inch charge here. So let's see what we can get. That is 11. And so you've got a 9-inch charge there as well. No. Right, so you're going to spend a CP for a reroll on that 9 bomb. No, unfortunately.
Okay.
But you did land to charge here. Alright, so Necron Lord is going to start with the attacks in the combat. Needing 2s to hit.
We use his free stratagem.
You're going to use your free stratagem to do a reroll on his hits. So all hit and then 3s to wound.
Get wounds. That is rough.
A 6-up invon. and then 2 damage. So 5 up, feel no pain. Nope. Alright, so hitting on 3s with the Lich Guard. And so 4s to wound, strength 6 in toughness 6. And so 5, 6 up saves. Pass 1. And so 4 feel no pains as well, 5 ups. Failed 3. And so my Omnissiah Axe will be 2s to hit. All hit. But so strength 6 and toughness 5 normally would be 3s, but the -1 makes it 4s. 3 at -2. So these will be on your invulns, I'm assuming.
4 ups.
4 ups.
3 or 4?
4.
4?
Sorry, 3.
3 at 4.
2 damage a pop.
Okay,
And then 4 attacks with the Cataphrons. Plus my weapon skill means 3s will hit. Strength 5, so 4s, nothing. And so with that is it.
Pop the Resorb now then.
You're going to pop your Resorb at the end of the round.
It's D6 wins back.
D6 wins back for 4, so it does bring them all back.
It brings 2.
2 back, sorry, the 2 wins apiece. And so points-wise, you're just going to score the 5 points for the monolith being on the objective there. Today's video is sponsored by the Warhammer merch shop. Want to grab some merch for your favourite Warhammer army? You can use our affiliate link down below to grab your next purchase and help support the channel at the same time. Alrighty, so
The dice tell
we are going to go into Admech turn 3. So command phase stuff, Halo Override unit is going to be the Cataphrons over here. We've gone for the +2 attack on the Castellan robot who's just started our movement. And then we're also going to keep the assault weapons imperative as well. And so movement is all done. We've just stayed there with our Skitarii. Castellan, as you saw, moved up, and then we have moved up the other Skitarii unit in rapid fire range. So we will go with some shooting. We will start with... the Castellan robot. Castellan robot will shoot into the Necron warriors there. D6 shots. 3. Slowly running out of fuel. 3s to wound. Or wound. -1 this time. So 5s. And 3. 2. And then a Mechanicus pistol. Hits. Doesn't wound. So we're going to do the arc rifle into the monolith and then the rest into the Necron warriors with the Skitarii units. The arc rifle, reroll hits thanks to the marshal, hits, and anti-vehicle, sorry, 4+. Ooh, and so D3 devastating wounds for 2. And so the 2 Mechanicus pistols then into them. The marshal will hit on a 2. Nope, but he does get to reroll. That's better. And the other one hits on a 4, so re-rolls. And then 2 wounds at -2 on the warriors.
Okay, that's 6s.
2 dead. Then the plasma gun into them. Re-rolls. 2 hit. 2s to wound. Negative a lot. And that just takes the warriors down, but we do have a overheat. Somehow cocked my dice. Hey! So I'm going to start with Curia going into the destroyers at the back there. So Dirge Singer hitting on 2s. Anti-infantry 4+. So take 2 damage from the devastating, and then we got 6 attacks from her Psychic Tempest hitting on 2s. Unfortunately, no sustained. And strength 6, being 3s. That'll be 3 no AP.
So these are 3 ups.
Yep.
4 ups. Sorry.
4 ups. Saved. The plasma gun from them. 2 shots, 1 hit. 2 hit. No, 1 hit because they hit on 4s naturally. And 3 doesn't wound. Does it get hot? Yes. Got a Mechanicus pistol there. Misses. The Transuranic Arbaquest hits, and a 3 to wound, doesn't wound. And the arc rifle with 2 shots, 1 hit,
minus.
And AP -2.
So 4s go to 5s, go to 6s.
Nope. D3 damage on this.
I was gonna, yeah.
Ah, it's killed. And the 3 regular uranium carbines hitting on 3s. And anti-infantry 4+. 1. -1.
5s.
Nope, saved. And the Cataphrons will unload into them, so 2 shots each from the phosphor blasters being in rapid fire range. So 4s. And that will wound. Strength 5, AP -1.
Sweet, so 5s.
Saved. And then the grav cannons hitting on 4s.
Better.
And then wounding on 3s is 5 at -2, damage 2.
So it'll be 6s. 5 of them.
Yep, 6s. Oh, that is still 4. I believe. No, you'll be left
2, 4, 6 damage total.
Yeah, and so then we have an assault phase. So the Castellan is in. We don't even need to roll for that. We are going to have Kyria Draxus charge off though. So we'll see what we get. 10. Alright, so Kyria is then going to swing her Power Fist, hitting on 2s. All hits. And then wounding on 3s. Oh, just 1. -2 though.
6.
Nah, 2 damage.
That's the
And
unit done.
punches him in the face. Alrighty, then the Castellan robot into the monolith. We are hitting on. So Castellan robot hitting on 3s. Going to be 4 hits. And then 5s re-rolling thanks to Twin Linked. Re-rolling. Just 1. And -2.
So it's a 4+.
4+.
No.
No, takes the 3.
Nice.
Does he blow up? Come on,
Oh,
no.
I saw it first.
And so you'll get the first fight here. And 4 attacks hitting on 2s with the Necron Lord.
You're gonna spend your stratagem again.
Spend his stratagem for the reroll on himself. And then
Strength 8.
strength 8, so 3s. 2. 6 up invoms.
Yep.
Pass 1.
2.
And so 5 up feel no pains. Pass 1, but it does. And 4 Lich Guard with 3 attacks a pop.
Hitting on 3s.
Hitting on 3s. Strength 6, so 4s. And so -2 will be 5 up saves. Plus 1. And then 5 up feel no pains. Plus 1. And so then swinging back with his Mechanicus Axe. Hitting on 2s, but all hit. And then 3s to wound because strength 8. 2 at -3. 2 4-ups. No saves this time. 2 attacks from the Castellan. Both hit. Or 1 wound, no AP.
So 3 up armor saves.
Yep. Take a point of damage. And so, end of the round, I'm going to score 1 and 2 objective controlled, plus my general, giving me 15. But also control your shield generator, giving me an extra 10. And then, end of the round, the Hexmark Destroyer pops off the table as well. We'll then go into Necron's turn 3. So you've got reanimation here. So we'll bring the unit back up to full.
Yep.
And so after them, it is just the Hexmark Destroyer to come and deep strike during movement. So the Hexmark comes down, grabbing the objective, but also still being in range of the Skitarii. So we'll go into Necron shooting, which is just a Hexmark Destroyer going into the Skitarii there. 2s to hit. And 2s to wound because strength 6.
Yep.
4.
And then minus.
So 6 ups. Nope. So we go into combat. I get to strike first because there's no charges. So I've got my Mechanicus Axe. So we're hitting on 2s. And wounding on 3s. That is 3 4-ups. Kill 2. And then 2 attacks. Hit. 1 wound.
Any minus?
No, no AP.
3 up.
Saved. And then you get to strike back.
4 attacks
All
on
right.
2s.
4 attacks, hitting on 2s.
We use his reroll again.
And then wounding on 3s. Alright, so first of all, we're going to roll these 6-up saves to start with. First of all, 6 up, nope. 2 damage.
Yes.
So 5 ups. No, he died. And then 3 ups on the Tech Priest. Fails 1. And that's him gone as well. Alrighty, so end of the round, the Necrons are going to score another 5 points as well as we go into round 4. And so we are going to call it there. Even if you do take that, I'm going to score another 25 points this round, which there is nothing you can do to stop that. And so I'm going to score 25, which would give me a 50-point lead, which means even if the Necrons got the full 25 each round, only equals 50. So it means it is unable for them to catch up as soon as I score at the bottom of turn 4. So, victory to the Adeptus Mechanicus and their friend Kyria Draxus. Thank you all for watching. We hope this battle report was enjoyable for you, and if you did enjoy it, please go check out some of our others in the playlist on the channel. If you have any questions, please drop a comment down below, and while you're there, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join our Discord server to check out all of our future wargaming content. Thank you all.